Hi, I'm Shannon, owner of Pahrump Early Learning Academy, where we are more than just childcare.
Hi, I'm Monique Mitchell with KPVM Television. My children attend Pella and they love it. The curriculum they have is pretty amazing, and my children learn what they need at their level.
Not only are the children learning, they're having fun, and that's what matters.
I like Pella. They help you with your homework, and it's fun.
Give us a call today to tour our facility at 751-5335.
News 46 is brought to you by Comfort Hospice Care, where we give our patients and their loved ones peace of mind, knowing we provide the highest quality of care 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. For more information, call 751-0349.
Tonight on News 46, NHP gives an accident update. Positive Pahrump holds a toy drive. The Silver Tapers sing around the community Christmas tree. News 46 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 46 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 46, local coverage you can count on.
Good evening. It's Monday, December 22nd, 2014. I'm Jennifer Moots, sitting in tonight for Deanna O'Donnell for News 46. New York officers Rafael Ramos and Wenjin Liu were slain ambush-style Saturday afternoon as they sat in their patrol car. The gunman approached the passenger side of the patrol car and took a shooting stance. He opened fire several times, striking both officers in the head. They were shot and killed with no warning, no provocation. The gunman was found dead in a nearby subway station from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Police are investigating posts 28-year-old Ismael Brensley made on social media about killing cops. He stated in one, "For every one of ours they take, let's take 2 of theirs." Brensley referenced both the Michael Brown and Eric Garner cases. Nevada Highway Patrol has released a report concerning Friday's deadly accident on Highway 160 in Las Vegas. Preliminary investigation revealed that on December 19th at approximately 1:44 p.m., 5 motorcycles were traveling northbound on Blue Diamond Highway in a group. One motorcycle was traveling faster than another and subsequently struck one of the bikes in front of him. That collision caused a chain reaction that included all the motorcycles and a pickup truck that was traveling southbound on the highway. One person, an 18-year-old Kevin Rubio of Las Vegas, was pronounced deceased at the scene. Another rider who was in critical condition is now in stable condition at this time. 2 people were injured as a result of a collision Sunday morning on Highway 160 and 372.
This accident report is brought to you by Half Price Lawyers, located on the corner of Basin and 160. Call 775-400-0000.
A 2-vehicle accident occurred on Sunday morning on Highway 160 and 372. Traffic was blocked while medics attended to 2 victims, one in both vehicles, that were injured as a result of the collision. Both vehicles sustained moderate damage as a result of the accident. The cause appears to be failure to yield the right-of-way. Traffic was diverted around the accident while the accident investigation was conducted by Nye County Sheriff's deputies. Pahrump Valley Fire Rescue arrived on scene and were able to transport the victims both to Desert View Hospital. This is Deanna O'Donnell for News 46.
After this break, we will have your Desert View Hospital health tip.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Inspiration Senior Living, where we provide affordable elegance to Pahrump area seniors. Give us a call at 751-2300 and make an appointment to tour our community.
Chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, or COPD, is the 3rd leading cause of death worldwide. Medications are the mainstay of COPD management. A new study examined 2 different regimens and how these medications might impact older people who have COPD.
This health tip is brought to you by
Desert View Hospital and Mountain Valley Physicians Group. Don't put your health on hold. We have time for you. Call us to schedule your appointment. 775-751-7100.
Patients with COPD not only have a difficult time breathing, but if the disease is not managed with effective medications, there can be other health problems.
It's not a disease that just affects their lungs, it affects their body. They can end up losing a lot of weight and become very weak. They can get osteoporosis and other types of diseases.
Dr. Andrea Gershon from the Sunnybrook Health Sciences Center and co-authors studied data from all across Ontario, Canada, involving patients 66 and older with COPD. Patients were newly introduced to 2 medication regimens. The 2 regimens were then compared to find out which was more effective at preventing COPD-related hospitalizations and death. The patients were followed until they were hospitalized, died, or until the end of the 7-year study period.
The first group we looked at was people who were on a long-acting beta agonist, or we call them LABAs for short, and we compared them to people who started a long-acting beta agonist and inhaled corticosteroid.
LABAs help open the narrowed airways, and inhaled corticosteroids work to decrease inflammation in those airways.
If they're on the combination therapy as opposed to the one medication alone, they're actually going to do better. They're actually going to stay out of hospital, and they're actually going to live longer. There were no increase in side effects, specifically pneumonia and osteoporosis, that we observed.
The study also included people who had a diagnosis of both asthma and COPD.
The incremental benefit of the combination therapy over the LABA alone seemed greater in people with a co-diagnosis of asthma than without asthma.
The combination therapy was also more effective when patients were not already taking a long-acting anticholinergic, another very commonly used COPD medication.
I think even as physicians, we prefer that patients be on less medication. But in this situation, we have an opportunity for patients to have a discussion with their doctors and to determine what's best for them.
Catherine Dolph, The JAMA Report.
Authors say these findings need to be confirmed in other studies and clinical trials. British singer Joe Cocker has died at the age of 70 years old. The blues rock singer had such hits as You Are So Beautiful and the duet Up Where We Belong. He died today after a battle with lung cancer. Cocker's performing career spanned some 50 years, from Woodstock, where he sang the Beatles' With a Little Help from My Friends, to the digital music era. He had tour dates scheduled well into 2015. News 46 spoke to the Ward family, who were presented with various awards recently at the KPVM-TV studios. Brazil Ward, who was 7 years old, was struck by a hit-and-run driver while trick-or-treating last year.
You guys came out to Pahrump and were presented a number of awards. I know Butch Harper loves to do that, and the town seemed to get together, including the county, and want to recognize her and your family.
Yeah, it's so beautiful, and just thank everyone who even put that effort in and had anything to do with it, because her story is one that we want to make the best of the situation as possible, and we really hope that she continues to inspire people.
You guys must have had contacts from so many people about her inspirational story, haven't you?
Yes, definitely, and because of the support of the community and everything, I actually decided to write a book about her progress, and the outpouring of the community made it where it's like I have to let everyone know, and if it can help another family be able to get through a tragedy, then that's what the goal is.
How are the other kids doing?
They're doing great. They're just happy to have her home and that we're all together as a family, because there was months that we were all separated, and we would take turns at the rehab and at the hospital. We would take turns, and none of us would be actually together. So to enjoy everyone together, the whole is just, I could tell, it means the world, and their emotions towards everything has changed.
So tell me what it's been like for you.
We've gone through a lot of bumps and bruises along the way, but Brazil's recovering, and that's all that matters right now.
What has this experience taught you?
This experience has taught me that when you're crossing the road on Halloween or any time of day, you should always look both ways, and drivers should never be speeding up.
Are you kind of shocked about how many people are caring about what's going on with your family?
No, I'm not, because seeing how brave my sister is, I'm surprised that there aren't at least 10 million views already.
And I know that Las Vegas has been keeping up to date, and I've been so inspired by the fact that they didn't leave the story behind and continued to go with it.
You know, it is very surprising because usually it takes a big tragedy like a big hurricane somewhere for you get this outcry or this outpour of support. And in this situation here, you know, she's just a local girl born in Las Vegas, and the community has backed her and supported her, and it's just been so amazing.
Hi, Vera.
How are you doing?
Good.
You doing much better? You are now a deputy. What does that mean to you?
Awesome.
Awesome.
Thank you so much. I love you all.
As we head into our break, here is the Nevada Silver Tappers, who were caroling around the community Christmas tree Friday afternoon.
Today's news is brought to you in part by Dr. George Leeks, Pahrumps optometrist since 1990, offering full-spectrum eye care for children and adults. Call today, 727-8300.
The Salvation Army has finished up their toy drive, but will still take gifts up until the Christmas Day from those who would like to donate.
We're with the Salvation Army. Tell me, we're fronting Walmart. What's going on?
Well, today we're doing our annual Fill the Truck campaign, where we're trying to collect as many toys as possible to give out to needy children.
And so how's it going?
It's going pretty good.
Some popular items over here. I know that Frozen doll is really hot.
Frozen's very popular this year, and you know, kids just love toys. You know, it doesn't really matter what it is, but whatever we can get for them, that's what we're trying to do.
Is this all for local kids?
Yes. Every gift that we receive will be given to a local child from the community.
How are you identifying these families?
The families actually come in and they are signed up with us, and they've met all the criteria, and so, you know, we've reached out to the community and they've come in and filled out applications.
So can people still sign up?
Sign up has closed. There's an overwhelming amount of need out there at the moment. I believe Toys for Tots is still accepting donations and accepting applications. So, but yeah, people can keep bringing the toys to us.
Are you also taking monetary donations?
Yes, we're doing our Red Kettle campaign. So monetary, they can bring it into the office or they can bring it by the kettles and drop it in there.
Where are you guys located? And for more information, what's the number to call?
Our location is 721 Buell Road in Pahrump. It's just opposite Lee's Funeral Home. And our phone number is 775-751-6171.
Well, now let's join with Courtney Salmon with Weekend Sports.
Weekend Sports is brought to you by Wolfenstein Construction. Pahrump Valley High School basketball for both boys and girls continued their losing streaks on Friday night at Pahrump Valley High School against Sierra Vista. The PVHS girls lost 42-33. The Trojans and Sierra Vista were tied after the first quarter, but in the second quarter, Sierra Vista outscored the Trojans 12-7, making the halftime score 18-13. The PVHS boys basketball team lost to Sierra Vista 66-24. Both teams have a hiatus until January 6th when they face another league opponent, Cheyenne High School, at Pahrump Valley High School. Pahrump Valley Wrestling goes back to Pahrump Valley High School after the new year to face Cheyenne High School on January 7th. Interesting news has come about in regards to Bishop Gorman and their football team. Assemblyman Harvey Munford is proposing legislation to ban Bishop Gorman's football team from the Nevada State Championships due to Gorman being a private Catholic school and having opportunities that other public schools don't have, like giving scholarships and recruiting. Gorman has won 6 consecutive state championships in football. Gorman was ranked number 1 in the entire nation and have successfully destroyed pretty much every team they've come up against, in not only football, but other sports as well. Gorman defeated the next best football team in the state for their 6th championship and proceeded to destroy them 70-28. The debate for years has been whether or not Gorman should be required to compete on the national circuit rather than the local circuit. Of course, Gorman is not receiving this news well because they might actually have competition. The Las Vegas Royal Purple Bowl was played on Saturday at Sam Boyd Stadium. The bowl game is between a Mountain West and Pac-12 team. This year, it was Colorado State versus Utah. The Utes defense kept Colorado in check 3 out of 4 quarters of the game. Colorado scored their only 10 points of the game in the first quarter. Utah scored 21 points in the first quarter, then ran away with the game with the end score 45-10. This has been Week in Sports. Have a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. I'm Courtney Solman with News 46.
Rail officials held an open house in Santa Clarita Valley, California earlier in December to collect public comments on the nation's first high-speed rail, which is planned for the State Route 14 corridor, which would run along Highway 14 from Palmdale through Acton and the Santa Clarita Valley, ending in Burbank. After the first open house meeting's public comments, HSR authority officials proposed the East Corridor Alignment Plan, which would go through parts of Acton and the San Gabriel Mountains. Officials plan to hold a groundbreaking ceremony January 6, 2015 in Fresno to commemorate the start of construction. Positive Pahrump had another successful toy drive this year. We caught up with Stephanie Lopez before the event, which was held last week.
This is our 5th annual toy drive, so we're excited. It's biggest it's been for all these times we've done it. It's bigger than it's been.
Positive Pahrump, the Facebook page always seems to get a lot of people responding to this toy drive.
It does. I currently have about 5,800 people following that site. They seem pretty active on that site, and it keeps growing, so I'm excited about that.
And we have representative from Desert View Hospital and Pahrump Valley Farm Rescue. So tell me, I know you guys have been involved in it since the beginning, right, both of you?
I've helped with the angel trees since Stephanie started that, and then the hospital began collecting toys last year, and then we are collecting toys again this year.
And this all happens at the Union Hall, right, where you guys actually have the event?
That's correct, at the Union Hall on Emory Street. You know, we support her as much as we possibly can by helping her collect donations and obviously the use of our Union Hall. And then we help her with the shopping and the stacking of the toys and the actual event itself.
It's quite a task, isn't it, the shopping?
It is. It is. It takes a lot of work, a lot of volunteers. We have several baskets, but it's a lot of fun. And we make sure that all these kids get a Christmas, and that's why we all do it.
How are you identifying the children?
They're sending messages to Positive Pahrump. They're also calling or emailing Anita. Anybody that has a family that's needy, they just contact one of us and we write their information down. We are double checking this year. We let the ball drop a little bit last year and the year before. However, I've been cross-referencing quite a bit, and there is a few that are double dipping that have been removed from the program. However, for the most part, they're all very honest people that need help.
After the break, we will have your weather with Noah Began.
News 46 weather is brought to you by your local dairy farmers. Dairy products are very important in maintaining a healthy body.
Hello and welcome back to News 46. Today is Monday, December 22nd. Today we had sunny skies with a high of 67 degrees. Your average temperature around this time of year is 56 degrees. Winds were coming from the north-northwest today at 7 miles per hour with gusts up to 18 miles per hour. So we had some moderate to high winds outside today. The UV index today was 1, which is low. Humidity was at 44% today. Sunrise was at 6:53 this morning, and the record high in 1950 was 68 degrees. Well, tonight we'll have clear skies with a low of 39 degrees. Your average temperature around this time of year is a whole 1 degree below that at 38 degrees. Winds will be coming from the north-northeast this evening at 8 miles per hour with gusts up to 13 miles per hour. Humidity will be at 65%. Sunset was at 4:34 this evening, and the record low in 1990 was 12 degrees. Well, tomorrow we'll have sunny skies with a high of 61 degrees and a low of 35 degrees. Winds will be coming from the northeast at 6 miles per hour with gusts up to 10 miles per hour tomorrow. Humidity will be at 47%. Sunrise will be at 6:53 tomorrow morning, and the UV index will be 2, which is low. For our 7-day forecast, we'll have a mostly partly cloudy week, though it looks like we'll be seeing a few days of sunshine in there too. Your high temperatures will be starting off in the low 60s. Looks like they'll be dropping all the way down into the high 40s late this week, so be looking out for that. Your low temperatures, you're looking at a similar pattern. It'll be starting off in the mid 30s, dropping down into the high 20s below freezing point there late this week.
Remember, you can only have this week to send in your letters to KPVM-TV for the Get Back on Your Feet car giveaway. Your entry needs to be received by this Friday. Please mail your letter as to why you should receive a free car for 1 year and how that would help your family. You can send an email to Deanna@kpvm.tv or can also drop off your letter to us at 890 South Higley. Attention, Deanna O'Donnell. That does it for this edition of News 46. I am Jennifer Moots. From everyone up here at News 46 and KACE Radio 95.9, we hope you have a great evening and we'll see you here again tomorrow night. Until then, good night.